None of these AI tools are going to magically edit an entire video from raw to viral masterpiece without you. That's still on you, the storyteller. What they do is take care of the boring, repetitive, time-sucking stuff so you can actually see the story and iterate faster. Think of them as super helpful editing assistants that shave hours off your workflow. And honestly, I'm here for that because it means more time for creativity. First, a quick shout out to Envato Elements for being the background score, stock clips, and motion graphics stash I always raid. If you want a quick 7-day test drive, they usually have trials available right now. But today I want to walk through a bunch of AI tools I've been using and show you how they fit into a real creator workflow. I'll be honest about what's great, what's annoying, and where one specific tool sneaks in as the easiest way to crank long-form content into consistent short clips. Let's start with the basics you've probably seen if you've used industry-standard editing software: auto-reframe and auto-color. These machine learning features are great for quick conversions. Shot a landscape vlog but need vertical? Auto-reframe tracks the subject and generates keyframes to keep them centered. Auto-color will nudge exposure and color to something punchier, giving your footage an instant boost. They work, they save time, but they're still just a starting point for your vision. You'll often tweak the keyframes or color profiles afterward because no tool reads your creative intent perfectly. Transcription is another big one that saves serious time in the editing bay. The software's transcribe tool is solid, giving you time-coded text, which is super helpful for captions and for editing directly via text. The beta text editor that lets you extract parts of the transcript and auto-cut the timeline is an absolute game-changer for efficiency. You can easily remove filler words, chop out unnecessary setup banter, and you're left with only the essential meat of the conversation. But here's the catch for many editors. The best text-based editing user experience is still a bit clunky in mainstream editing suites. That's where purpose-built tools that focus on one task start to really shine in a professional capacity. There are also music tools like the one in Premiere that stretch or shorten a track with smart detection of beats, keeping the flow natural. Auto-ducking for dialogue versus music is amazing for getting quick, clean mixes without any guesswork. But when you really want a pro podcast-style vocal polish, the standard editing suite's essential sound panel has its limits. Some dedicated online services can give you a much cleaner, more podcasty vocal in just a single click. Speaking of audio, I've been playing around with specialized tools like EndBoost for final mixing polish. It's essentially an upgraded version of that old plugin, turned into its own dedicated application for mastering. You export your isolated tracks, import them into the tool, tell it which tracks are vocals versus music, and pick your target vibe. It then remasters the stems and spits out a consolidated mix that sounds fantastic and was done incredibly fast. The results are fast and often cleaner than trying to do quick tweaks inside your primary editing software. However, this specific tool doesn't do noise reduction, so combined workflows remain incredibly useful for cleanup. It's smart to clean up any bad background hiss first with something like Adobe Podcast, then send it to the mixing specialist. Speaking of creative magic, Runway ML is another one I use daily for effects like motion tracking and background removal. Their motion tracker is delightfully simple. You just mark a point, press play, and it follows that subject precisely through the entire shot. You can then attach text, graphics, or even visual effects that stick seamlessly to that subject no matter where it moves. Face blurring is also helpful for on-the-fly privacy edits, which is essential for protecting people in public shots. Although I should warn you, in complex scenes with fast motion or occlusion, it can still occasionally miss a frame or two. And yes, Runway's face swap feature is wild. Deepfakes can be used harmlessly for skits or roleplay, but please use that power responsibly with consent. Okay, now let's really bring the star of the show into the conversation, because this is where things start to click for creators who publish a lot. This platform is built specifically to turn long videos into short, platform-ready clips with minimal friction in your daily routine. It covers 3 core things in a really creator-friendly way: auto-editing viral clips, auto-scheduling, and a content calendar that publishes for you. But don't think of this as just a boring repackager. It's more like a specialized clip-finding engine combined with a powerful social manager. Here's how I actually use it. I upload a massive 45 to 60-minute live stream or interview file all at once. Vizard scans the whole file, detects spikes in engagement like loud reactions or genuine laughter, and finds the energy. It recognizes key moments using both speech analysis and visual cues, automatically extracting multiple short clips, usually 15 to 60 seconds each. It'll even go the extra mile to generate optimized captions and suggest custom thumbnails for every single one of those potential posts. That alone saves me the multi-hour slog of manually scrubbing through a long, dense timeline to find the gold. Instead of hunting for highlights that might not even be there, I'm simply choosing between 20 excellent pre-made options. Now let's compare features. Premiere gives you all the building blocks, but it isn't built to automatically surface the 20 best moments from a 2-hour session. Runway does amazing pixel-level effects, like removing unwanted objects or adding tracked text, but its core function isn't content scheduling. EndBoost is killer for mixing. Envato stocks assets, and Adobe Podcast cleans vocals, but stitching all those strengths into a weekly cadence is entirely manual. This is where the clip tool truly shines. Once clips are created, you set a consistent posting cadence, and it auto-schedules them across all your platforms. The content calendar isn't just a passive display, it's an active interface where you can rearrange, tweak captions, and swap thumbnails easily. It's the small design decisions like showing platform aspect previews and suggesting relevant hashtags that make you actually hit publish instead of procrastinate. Let me give you a few honest notes on limitations because, as friends, I won't oversell the magic. The automatic picks aren't always perfect. Sometimes Vizard will grab a moment that still needs a tiny contextual trim. The suggested thumbnails are usually good, but you will find yourself wanting to swap out a few of them for better branding later. And if you are super particular about complex color grading or advanced motion design, you will still hop back into the professional software. But for most creators who simply need to consistently push out social content, this tool changes the economics entirely. You can go from one long video to 15 social posts ready to go in under an hour rather than spending days on the manual assembly. Let me walk you through a real mini workflow I recently used. I uploaded a 30-minute interview just last week. Vizard auto-generated 12 distinct clips, each one complete with captions, suggested titles, and relevant tags already populated. I reviewed them quickly, trimmed 2 of the clips for better context, swapped 1 thumbnail, and scheduled them all across the next 2 weeks. The results were immediate. Clips started getting views within hours, creating a nice halo effect that brought engagement back to the original long interview. Compare that to my previous process. Open the main editor, transcribe, find highlights manually by scrubbing the timeline, create sequences, export each clip, then upload. Even with all the automation built into a standard NLE, it's still a Swiss Army knife situation. Powerful, but significantly slower and far more hands-on. You gain more granular control with that manual approach, but this specialized tool is the demonstrably faster path when your priority is volume and consistency. Also worth calling out are the aspects of pricing and general accessibility across this entire tool ecosystem. Tools like advanced Runway features and high-tier Adobe Cloud services can get quite pricey if you need high-volume usage or heavy GPU processing. The specialized audio mixer is also a subscription service, and while Envato Elements is fantastic value for assets, it doesn't perform any editing itself. The core value proposition here is pure efficiency. Instead of paying per GPU hour for effects or spending days on manual edits, you get a predictable workflow that scales. For creators who are building a daily or even a weekly posting engine, that consistency in workflow is what truly matters. A couple of extra features I love to pair with this system involves pre-cleaning your audio before upload if you have a lot of background hiss. Use a dedicated noise reduction tool first, then send that cleaner track to the mixing tool for that final mastering polish. If you have one specific clip with a messy frame or an unwanted object in the background, use the visual effect tool to patch it up before it goes into the scheduler. Then you feed that cleaned, enhanced, and edited clip into the scheduler and let it do the heavy lifting of slicing and distribution. This hybrid approach gets you the best of both worlds, fidelity and quality where you absolutely need it and maximum speed where you don't. On the topic of ethics and deepfakes, a quick public service announcement: some of these face swap features are incredibly tempting for comedy, but you absolutely must make sure you have consent from everyone involved and that you are not intentionally misleading your audience. If you are doing skits, label them clearly as fictional, and if you are swapping a public figure for satire, know your platform rules inside and out. And remember, the tools themselves are neutral. It is always the human behind the camera who ultimately decides the use case for that technology. All right, final thoughts on the whole landscape. AI tools are not replacing editors, they are fundamentally accelerating skilled editors. Instead of thinking of them as a single magic button that solves everything, think of them as your specialized teammates that clear the table of busy work. This specific scheduler is the teammate that gets you from a massive long-form video to a fully queued social rotation incredibly fast. The other tools, Premiere, Runway, EndBoost, are specialists that do certain individual jobs better than any generalist tool can. Use them together smartly to build a modern, highly efficient workflow stack that keeps you ahead of the content demand. If you want a test run, I highly suggest uploading just one long episode, letting the tool auto-suggest the clips, and scheduling just the top 5 for the next week. You will probably find that you spend far more time focusing on creative direction and much less time on tedious exporting and uploading. And if you want a detailed walkthrough on pairing this clip tool with Runway or EndBoost for a very specific style, drop a comment down below and I will break it down. Keep experimenting with your new toolset. Don't be afraid to let the technology do the heavy lifting. Above all else, always prioritize the actual story you are trying to convey to your audience. Make stuff that is genuinely worth watching and let the AI reliably handle all the boring, repetitive bits. If you're looking for that perfect background music and a massive stock asset library to support all this new output, remember to check out Envato Elements. That's it for this rundown. Keep experimenting and I will catch you all in the next video.